Hey guys. And he was kind of beating all around the bush, and he said the reason was because really the person he has back home is his findom, and that she finally, and I was like, what? That's a thing?
But there's applying it, and then there's the actual action.
Right.
Like when you discipline a child. You tell
Keep going. And then when we do it, you gotta say, "Scissor me, daddy," like that. All right?
No, you know.
This is
Different.
not the fucking thing to do. Like,
I think that's normal.
I got you, like, buddy. I can't help her.
Minutes later, I see a pizza slide under my door. No contact. Like, I'm good.
You see the pizza slide under the door with their hands, and your fucking hand slam down on top of it and grab his.
We have an initial physical type of what we like to see initially, because our eye is always drawn to something. I can see a tall guy, big and broad shoulders, and I'm like, ooh, nice. But if he talks to me, and I'm be like, maybe not. Okay, so Mike, until we get the rest of the guys in, do you want to start with your first question for us ladies? First of all, are you drinking a Capri Sun?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. First things first, what is happening? The Capri Sun never fails. Like,
I like our opening. Our opening's pretty dope.
the Capri Sun never ceases to like.
It never does.
Never gets old.
You can appreciate a good Capri Sun. So per usual, welcome back to. We got questions. We ain't been here in about 2 weeks.
No, it's only been
2 weeks. Yeah, it wasn't live last Monday.
I thought yeah. So that's 1 week, yeah.
And then you go back that next week. 2 episodes. 2 episodes.
I thought we only missed one. My bad. Sorry.
We did miss one, but it's a 2 week thing, you know. Like,
oh, okay.
Yeah, we might have lost everybody. You know, everybody like, no, I ain't coming back no more.
No,
they're not consistent enough.
Everyone call a friend. Tell your friend to call a friend.
Nah, I'm just picking, but you know, of course, welcome back, everybody. Fun times. If y'all hear somebody in the background, it is B for Barkers and my God Chaz. They are tripping right now. They've been having a lot of fun.
They should be in here, not over there.
They should be in here. Basic said y'all should be in here and not over there. Yeah, they still talking. You see, they having the conversation.
They're like, we don't care what she says.
Yeah.
Fine.
So I will be eating on the show once again. It is what it is. It's dinner time. So you know. But right. I guess we could talk about our experiences that, you know, I'm actually gonna see if I can upload this crap.
Also, let me just, while you're doing that, I'm just gonna go ahead and say, I know that I said the last time that we would do a Halloween We Got Questions. So let me just explain to you guys why that did not transpire. We drink, okay? We even got Mike to drink a teeny bit, not a lot. He was very serious about the fact that he was not going to drink. I, however, did not drink a teeny bit. So, so when Mike says, hey, we should go live from your phone because he was live on TikTok, I couldn't figure out for the life of me how to log in. I didn't know our email address. I didn't know our password anymore. I didn't know how to access any of those things. Like, all of the logic that usually exists in my head was gone. I spent forever just looking at my phone. Like, I don't even know what our email address is. Like, I don't know how to log in. What's the website? What do we? So after a while, I don't even think Mike realizes, but I just gave up because I just couldn't. I like the thing that says this is how you log in and make this happen. The thing that we do every week, I couldn't figure that out. I drank. So the fact that I was given the job to log in is crazy.
Now I'm thinking about it. Why you just ask me?
Mike, you were standing right beside me, and you were like, it's just the email address. And I was like, Yeah. I don't know what our email address is. He was like, I said, okay, I think I found it. Hey, it was Grimace. We're talking about this right now. We're talking about why we didn't get to share that with y'all here. I couldn't figure out how to log in. I asked Mike, like, what's the email address? And he was like, we've got 3 different email addresses, I think, like 2 or 3. And so I couldn't figure out which one it was. And then after that, I didn't know what the password was. They send us like a code. I was like, I don't know how to get into that email or what. And because I had drank so much by this time, the logic, like the thing that usually works in my brain that tells me how things work and how to get things done, it just was gone. If I'm being completely honest, I was probably done after the first shot. I'm a lightweight. So we took an initial shot. Everybody had a shot, including Mike, just one, right? We all had a shot. Because I'm a lightweight, said shot, I was already done. Like, I was already like, ooh, well, everything's real loopy. I don't know. And then we did mixed drinks after that. So I had a mixed drink and I was like, okay, by that time, there's no, like, I can't think. I can't remember how to make things work. And so that's why we didn't come on here. You can blame me, even though Mike was standing right beside me. I was like,
I think I was in the zone.
Can you please help me figure out how to do this?
I was in the zone. Y'all started
Mike was dancing salsa over on the side on the live. Like, every time I would look back at Mike, he'd be like this, dancing salsa. And I'm like, I can't log into, I don't even know. Mike, help me. And Mike's just like, he's just like, oh, it's the email address. And I'm like, would you please relax? Could you please stop salsa dancing for a second so that we can figure out how to get in here? It just wasn't happening. So
it was lost in time.
Like, he had been dancing for the longest. He couldn't stop to help me. So, you know. I think
I'm gonna pull up some video footage in a second. When y'all see the bull pop up at the bottom of the screen, don't worry about that.
He'll pull up some video once he takes a break from Mike's eating.
Fucking these wings up. Oh my God. And not only do that, because you're doing a podcast, you know, shouts out to Milan with this one.
I think you only get hungry during
chocolate covered strawberries. Wow.
Not with chocolate covered strawberries. Do you only get hungry during podcast time? Is that like, is this your dinner hour?
I was figuring, right? I said, yo, I might as well make it a staple. Why not just eat during the show all the time?
Wow, that's crazy.
Then so today's meal is ding, and you know. But I will say I had a great time. Basic is one of the coolest people that you can know in person. She's so whittle. Don't make no sense. She's so whittle.
Here's what I wasn't prepared for. I was not prepared. He is the new Keith Lee at this point. Like, Mike,
the new Keith Lee.
Mike, tell us what you think about the wings. Tell us what you
mean a new Keith Lee?
Because you eat every time. You're eating every time we're on here.
Oh, so I have to stop now. All right.
What I was not prepared for was to be the
shortest. Set up fucking everything up on the podcast.
I wasn't prepared to be the shortest person in the house. I thought that any one of the ladies who came in would be comparable to my height.
Nope. That
did not happen.
I mean, Lee Sofrito close to you.
Do what now?
Lee Sofrito's close to you.
No, he's like 6'2".
Yeah.
It was you, then him, and then everyone else. It was just like, and then
his brother. How tall was his brother?
Oh, Ralph. I don't know. He's not quite as tall as him. But yeah, I just wasn't expecting to be the shortest person. I just thought that one of the ladies would come in like at a similar height, and I wouldn't look. So
it's crazy. Everybody was petting you like you was a baby or something. Hey, oh my God, he's so little.
Right. Mike and I are like this. Like, there's me, and then there's Mike. So I am, yeah. They exacerbated the fact that I'm short. Most times when I meet people, there's at least 1 or 2 people that are around my height. And so I look more average. In this particular scenario, that wasn't the case. It was obvious that I was shorter, and everyone's like, "Oh, she's so little." I'm like, "I'm really not. What is what's going on? Why?
That's okay.
What's happening?" But yeah,
It's okay. But listen, shouts out to a fun time.
mm-hmm,
Hopefully we all get together and do that again.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll come down there next time. I mean, it makes my sister because you
Yeah.
travel. So, but I'll put up the video footage later. Like I said before we end this, I'll make sure we have it. But
He can't get it right now, guys. His fingers are saucy.
Jones got all types of chocolate and shit on it.
The fact that Mike is currently eating wings and chocolate covered strawberries, like, what's happening?
That's a horrible combination.
It's weird, and your stomach's gonna hurt later. So
You're probably right.
yep.
But anyway, all right. So tonight, we're doing game night. We got some hypothetical questions. We got some questions I got sitting right in front of me.
Yeah. So tonight is not like, we're not doing a serious conversation. It's none of that stuff. We are gonna ask like hypothetical questions if at any point anybody wants to jump in and answer said questions. But we also want your answers, of course, in the comments. So don't be afraid to answer here. Also, if you have some random weird questions, you can ask them. We will try to answer them. So here's also, I just want to tell you this. I'm horrible at this. I don't know why, but I don't think my brain functions in a way where I can answer random questions. People do
function in a way.
I used to go live a lot, like on my TikTok channel, and people to get to know me would ask me these random ass like hypothetical questions. I hated them because my brain, like, I don't know why I can't, like, I just can't formulate the answer. I don't know. I wonder if that says something about like the type of person that I am. You know what I mean?
It could be the
You
question.
know how people are like right-brained and like left-brained? Like, I don't know if that has anything to do with that, but I really struggle with them. Like, I struggle with, because I think I get too logical with it, and then it just doesn't become like something that's easy for me to do anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'm going to try my best to answer. I mean, I can have questions to ask, but I will try my best. I can't promise I'm going to be good at them or that they'll be fun.
All right. So, you want me to go first so you can go ahead and get your jitters out the way?
Go ahead.
Right, cool. Excuse me. We get right to the shit. What do you like to watch your partner do in bed?
What do I like to watch him do?
In bed, yep.
And see, here's one of those things where it's not gonna be like, I mean, I can do two. Do
your thing.
There's the very sweet, cute answer, and then there's the other answer.
What's up, toys?
So I just gotta figure out, hey, toys. Okay, I will give the cutesy answer first, and then as I'm doing that, I'm gonna think about the other thing that I like to watch you do. The sweet cutesy answer is so everybody, I've said this 1,000 times, but he is a heavy sleeper. The man can sleep through anything and for hours.
Okay.
But even though sometimes I get hit in the face when we're sleeping, there is nothing like, I love waking up and watching him because he sleeps like this.
Waking up with a hickey on your forehead.
Literally, so he sleeps like this sometimes. Why this man? Because he's used to sleeping, alone. So, but when we're in bed together, he does the same exact movements, right? So he'll be like this, and every once in a while, I might get like this right here. I might get this to the face, or he'll drop his arm and like. But I love waking up and just seeing him like, because you could tell he's just like so comfortable and relaxed like this.
Kristen.
So that's the cutesy. Like I like to watch him when he's like so relaxed and cutesy sleep because it's like, he ain't a care in the world. Now, right. Hey Joy. Now the other thing.
What's up, Joy? Share it out to everybody, y'all. Share it out. Like it, subscribe, and share it. Continue.
Now, if we're getting juicy with it, he's I want to go ahead and say I'm sorry. because I know he's probably gonna kill me. Like, why are you telling everybody? I love the look in his face just before. Like he gets ready to, that's my favorite.
You know, so Frida got them low eyes. He be coming up like,
Just before he's
that
about
sounds so Frida part, like,
just before we put it in, that's my favorite.
he got them little tiny eyes.
It's that always getting ready to happen. That kind of, yeah.
Facts. Okay, look how excited you are. See, that was a good question. That was a good one. See, what you waiting for? You gotta ask your own question.
They do have that look. I was looking at Joy's answer. She says they do got that look. They do. They all. You guys don't realize that, like y'all are concentrating because you're ready.
Mark is the
and
actual
we're
thing.
ready, but it's the concentration of it's about to go down.
You know? Yeah, the sensation.
But that's my favorite.
See, Mark said his face is the demon face. This is Mark's face, honestly. Like I gotta post him at least once. This is Mark's face right here.
It's that look. It's that intensity that y'all have in y'all's eyes. Just forgot about slipping in, and I'm like, okay, we're getting ready to do this.
Ooh, you said slip it in right before you. Right before you initiate contact. This is what happens, right? All right, I'm gonna send if I can see B for Barkers. You ain't been on here in a while, good brother. You gonna get it. I sent it in the group, Chaz. If you feel so inclined that you want to come on too, let me know. I sent it in the group.
Y'all come on.
But y'all come on. Exactly. But I sent this next. Of course. Okay. All right. Sorry, just connecting with everybody on my side. All right. Okay. So, you got questions for me, or I gotta answer my own?
No, if you answer your own question.
Hey yo, that ain't fair. But all right.
Yeah, you have to answer your question. We're gonna do. We'll do both.
Okay. All right. So,
Hi, Bundles.
Bundles in this joint. Oh,
that's shit. Exactly. Oh yeah, I'm about to get this. It's exactly the look on their face. Like it's just that eager. My favorite.
I think when my favorite thing, I like when I'm touched a certain way. When you let me know stuff, that's one of my favorite things when it comes to being in the bed, getting ready for it. Like the way you touch me is let me know, like, all right, she about to suck my dick. It's about to happen. Something about to go down. So
it's about to go down.
It's about to happen. So it's that, and it's probably the fact that I think, like, I know I snore, so I don't give a fuck about that part. It is what it is. But I know that sometimes some women sleep wild as fuck.
Listen, I thought he tried to send me this reel one time that was suggesting that like he slept on the edge of the bed. Lies and fabrication. Okay, I literally sleep on that corner.
Oh, he's trying to say that you pushing. He's so far over that you about to fall off.
Not happening. He takes up all of the space. Anybody that sleeps like this is taking up all the space.
That's the middle of the bed type of sleeping.
Right. I'm literally just like holding on for dear life. But what he will do that is very sweet. Every once in a while, he'll just like grab me and pull me back in.
I just haven't been posting people's comments. We can see it, but we haven't been posting it.
I posted a couple. Every once in a while, he will pull me back in because I am on the edge of the bed. But I don't even know if he realizes. He's also, again, he's not in here, so it's okay. I can say it. But he's also a bit of a cover hog.
One spot. Okay. Go ahead.
He's a bit of a cover hog. So like, because he's not even like, he's so deep in sleep that he's just like covered. And every once in a while, like he'll feel me there and he'll try to throw the cover or what's left of the cover back over on me. And I'm like, okay, all right. We're just holding on for dear life right at this point.
She said she got a few elbows to the forehead too. What's that?
Oh, my kid.
Oh, I gotta look with you. Like, what's going on? So
no, it was my kid. She just told me she's heading out.
Okay.
Yeah, men are just like anybody that sleeps like this. Like, how relaxed are you to have your?
Because only true G's sleep like true G's. You can't sleep like a lowercase G. You need to sleep like an uppercase G.
It's just, I listen. I'm gonna have to. There's gonna have to be a separate, like another throw or something blanket, because when I tell you, it's very limited. What the fuck?
iPhone shit is annoying.
How did I make that happen?
You need like praise music to go off when that happens too. Like,
what was the movement that I did that made fireworks go off? Even
that shit was like boom, 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 boom,
this
boom.
right there, and they're like, pow. That's what, yeah. But yeah, I think
I need like a sound bite or something when you do that. You hear the Dave Chappelle joint, like it's a celebration, bitches. Like you should just something like that, just something weird. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
Crazy. But
What's
no,
up, everybody? By the way,
I'm gonna need a separate like thing or something to like have, because y'all, he's the sweetest he can be. He doesn't even know he's just sleeping, y'all. He sleeps very hard. The man sleeps unlike no other. But when I tell you, when he's in that sleep, there's like, he'll be like, why didn't you wake me up? Why didn't you nudge me? Babe, do you know how hard you sleep? Like, you sleep like you're dead to the world sleep. Like,
ain't nothing wrong with that.
Comfortable sleep ever. So,
ain't nothing wrong with it.
It is what it is. Are we ready for my question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, mine's a little quirky. This is for everyone, you guys, so everybody can answer. If your partner was abducted by aliens, how long would you wait for them to come back before you started seeing someone else? Are you like, oh no, how? If they're abducted by aliens, how long are you waiting before you're like, let me give somebody a call real quick? Hey!
Oh, I got a question. I got a question because I've been listening. Your man did time?
No.
Why? Because of how you sleep?
Don't no man just sleep.
What's up, Chris?
Like this on your back? Just no, man. That's somebody that done slept in a bed that was about 2 feet wide by about 6 feet long for a minimum of 3 years.
He's just like, he's so comfortable. Like, he's just like, bam.
Nah, that's not comfort. That's like how a whale sleeps with half their brain on. That's some op shit. Like he's looking out for ops. He's listening. One half of the brain is listening for the rest of the neighborhood and seeing what's going on.
It's
You think
just
he's comfortable
I'm going
engaging. But that's a protector if I ever heard one.
I know for sure he's with the aliens. Ooh.
Do we know? Yes, he's
with the aliens.
You know they're abducted by aliens. Like, they're in the ship. They're gone. How long are you waiting for them?
All I need you to do is come back with that fire mixtape with the alien guy. We good. I'll be waiting. Like, come back with that fire mixtape, that alien mixtape. I need all that. Like, when you come back.
But the question is, how long are you waiting for them before you talk to somebody else?
I don't know. Just depending on, they're not bringing them back.
We don't know. A lot of people get dropped back off by aliens.
I'm mad as shit they dropped me back off.
Because how do you get these stories of
bring back to this funky ass planet?
Right, it's ghetto as shit here.
At some point, after said alien was done probing and doing whatever they needed to do, they were like, you can go back.
No.
So, but how long are you waiting for your partner to come back from the ship before you start dating? Crystal said
that's not for me, is it?
It's for all of us. I think he would understand.
Mark, that's why I was like, ain't no point in asking Mark. Ain't no point.
How quickly are y'all moving on?
I got other partners.
Moving on. It's not about moving on. I'm constantly dating.
That's why I said he got other partners.
Okay, all right. Okay, so you are ready to move on.
It's not about moving on. I'm just like this ship don't stop moving. It's like a cruise.
Where y'all gonna see this going?
Mark, what kind of cruise are you? A Disney cruise or you a?
Crystal's like, he's not coming back till I'm in my 80s. Bundles was like, ET needs to phone. He needs phone bundles.
Yo.
Don't
tell me you eating lemon pepper motherfucking wings. In the middle of a podcast, right? What are you eating?
And chocolate covered strawberries. What is this blend?
Yo, you be wildin'. What is with
And chocolate covered strawberries? Like,
You got a big ass red bowl.
you two-handing strawberries. You
It's
eat
a
like
drink.
you eat like a pygmy monkey, yo. Like, you ever see a pygmy monkey? They be like this in the trees and shit. Like, you hand him a grape, he's just like Smeagol, like just
right. He's just like, he was like, I got these chocolate covered strawberries. I was like, what? What are we doing right now? And he tried to justify it by my Red Bull. This is the thing we're comparing it to.
Dang, I usually have something to drink on me.
You do. Okay, Mike, how long are you waiting?
I don't know. I'm probably gonna move on because I'm like, they did.
What you waiting for?
Damn, you're not even gonna wait to see if they come back. I'm gonna wait.
No.
Here's why I'm gonna wait, because
I'm like, no, drop to my knees, and then I'm gonna get up and be like, all right.
Being alone is not something that I'm not used to. Right?
So you are used to it.
Millions.
Yes,
millions
I'm used to being alone. I can handle that. I'm not a relationship jumper at all. Like, I'm not one of those people that they're always in a relationship. They're always with somebody. So I can wait. I can give it some time. I might give you a couple years.
Oh, y'all still talking about alien abduction? I didn't know what y'all were talking about. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. She's still here.
Toy says she gonna wait until she can. But what is the break?
Exactly. Crystal understand where I'm going at with this.
He might come back though, and might have
not coming back.
stories to tell me.
The aliens got him, exactly.
He might have great alien stories to tell me. Who knows?
Ain't gonna have nothing for you. Ain't got nothing for you, man.
I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna wait a little bit. I'm gonna wait and then like watch the sky and see, all that stuff. I'm one of those people.
Look, if I get abducted, don't nobody. Y'all better not wait. Keep that shit moving because I ain't coming back. What?
But what if he come back and don't remember you? But that doesn't typically happen. Okay, so if we think about like the people who have been abducted by aliens,
you know what doesn't typically happen? Alien abduction.
It's just a hypothetical. People who get abducted by aliens, they come back, they tell their story about the light, about what happened to them, what the aliens looked like. I want to be a support system to him when he comes back and he's like, I saw them and they looked like this. And like he wants to take his story to Dateline. Like, who's going to help him facilitate that? Me.
Why is everybody's story so similar? Why is it always butt stuff?
It's always butt stuff.
It's always the butt stuff, right?
Why are they? I need to help him get through that. We're
traversing space and time with the most advanced alien technology in the universe, and they just trying to play with butts. I think people just be projecting, like at the very minimum. Like, just tell me what you really want. Like, I don't have to be an alien. You can just say you want butt stuff.
Right. Okay, Mike, you got another one? I think alien abductions are more common than we think.
Oh, are y'all trying to have just a casual, fun conversation, or do y'all want me to really dismantle something like that? Because I can go in.
No, we're not.
Okay. Because when people say stuff like that, I'm like, okay, like.
Mark.
So,
how many times do you masturbate a week?
I don't know. It depends. It depends what I got going on in my life. Sometimes that should be like fucking 2-3 times a day. Sometimes it'd be like once a week.
Can I say in all fairness, that's not a hypothetical. That's a very pointed, exact question. That's not a hypothetical question.
What was a question? What do you mean?
I'm not saying, I know it's a question, but it's not
basic.
A hypothetical scenario.
How many times do you masturbate a day?
It depends. If I'm in a good mood and I'm doing great, it could be every morning.
I do that shit just to go to sleep.
Yeah, I do too. I ain't gonna lie.
Like,
yeah.
Hey, I'm winding down. Let me knock this out real quick. Just like,
Yeah, listen,
Right.
Jada Fire, here I come. Like,
damn. See, like, how can you? Well, I don't
go
know.
ahead. Go
Like
ahead.
you be looking at old 2000 because she ain't did a scene in years. You be looking at old
Yeah.
2006 videos. You don't ever think about like, damn, Jada like
47.
50. Like,
Yeah.
she like 50 right now. Like
Still look good, you know.
grandkids, just
Oh, she
yeah.
don't have kids at all.
Oh, she ain't got no kids.
No.
Yo, okay, so I'm one of those people that as I watch movies, I'm on like IMDb to see the other things that they're in. I have a thing for wanting to know how old an actor was in the scene that they were acting in versus the age that the character is supposed to be.
I get that. I can be that person too.
Right, I do that all the time.
Yeah.
Porn is not off limits to that.
What?
Like,
Really?
I'll be not the whole age thing, but like I'll be like, damn, like let me see what this person
Yeah,
up to nowadays.
He
Like,
does that. He
like
does
let me
that.
let me see
That's
what
when
they
he found out
like,
Byron
what
Long.
they doing.
Oh,
Like,
sorry.
like I be
You told me
finding out.
Byron Long was a truck driver.
Hey,
I was
Chuck
like, what?
Driver, like I be looking up all sorts of stuff. I'm like, damn, they got their degree from Berkeley. Damn, that's good ups for them. They went back to school. Like I be all over the place with it. I don't
They
care.
went back to
I'm
school.
definitely a rabbit hole kind of person. Like if I'm watching, like I gotta know everything. Like while I'm watching a show, I'm like, okay, what else did they play in? Oh, I thought I saw that face before. Okay, what are they? How were they here? Okay, I go down this crazy rabbit hole while watching movies, and I need to know all of the unimportant details. My brain is filled with useless facts.
Hold on, Joy.
This is okay.
Joy. What are you trying to say?
Does what shoot? Oh, I think I know what she's talking
We'll
young.
find out in a second. You will find out in a second.
I don't know what it is.
Are
That's
we
right. I don't know
while
what
while
shooting
Joy
is.
takes
I
a
don't know the
moment
question.
to answer what to clarify what she's asking us exactly? I have another question. I got wait, where is it? If you ever ended up screaming someone else's name during sex with your partner, what do you do? What's gonna be your response?
My bad.
We're just saying
You good?
my bad.
You good? You want some juice? I don't know what to do. I wasn't expecting that. That was a
my
Freudian. It was a Freudian slip. I'm sorry. Sigmund Freud is in my
God.
brain.
You do realize that you might have to have like you don't think they're gonna want more explaining to figure out why you screamed somebody's name.
I don't.
Oh my god.
ADHD.
He said his ADHD went off on the bus.
Stuff be happening. Oops.
Hey, yo, that shit is hilarious. He said, "Oh, my bad."
Oops, my bad. My bad is just like the worst part, right? Juice.
K. just say K.
Right. Denied. Listen, I'm gonna try to change it into. I gotta do some quick thinking and try to think of something else to change it into something. Like if that ever happens, I wasn't there. Like, listen. You've got to try to like configure it into something else.
That wasn't me. That was Patricia.
Oh, man.
Like you've got to try to. I don't know. I've got to try to make it into something else. I don't know. What, Mike? What are you doing? You yell at somebody else's name during sex. What are you doing?
I don't know if I would make that type of mistake.
It's not about.
It's not about what. Yeah.
Fuck.
You
I
do
just
it.
gotta. Here we
It's
go.
you do it. What is
That's
your
right. It's a hypothetical conversation.
wait? Joy said she's gonna start singing a whole song.
If it happened by accident, knowing me, I'm gonna wind up getting cussed the fuck out because my explanation game is always like too much. So it's like, I don't know.
Mike,
I'ma
you be
just take
doing
that
you
loss.
be doing what we be calling Mike-isms. Like you have your whole thing, like how there's red-isms, there's Mike-isms. And the Mike-ism is you're gonna connect that shit at by any means necessary. It don't matter if it don't make sense, it's gonna connect. Like he's like, yeah, so there was 5 letters in the name and there's 5 in yours too. So I'm really displaying that I love you. It's just that sometimes I'm dyslexic in the mind, and so maybe the letters switched out. It's Stacy. I know your name is Lester, but like that's a Mike-ism.
Is that you sound like Mike and it's hilarious because you sound like him explaining something.
Whatever.
That's just how you be, yo. You don't be knowing you be doing it though. I be like, yo.
Oh God.
Mike isms.
Mike isn't. Oh my God.
Whatever that means. Whatever that means. What's up, Gabrielle? Whatever that means, by the way.
He said explaining something by any means necessary is a Mikeism.
All right. Anyway,
Like you
Joy, you're right. I do start singing the whole song. It is what it is. You just got. Like I said, I'll just take that loss at this point. And take that loss. Ain't nothing I can do about it. But
You gonna take it on the chin, or you gonna be like on some young bullshit? Yo, call me somebody else's name. Like, you just...
what?
Oh, let's role play. This is you be this person and
right.
School teacher role play. Like pretend you about to role play.
Look how y'all make it. Look how she like make it happen. Make it happen. That's quick.
Snapping makes the brain waves flow faster.
Right.
Yeah. All right, was good to know. Cause I'm trash at it. So,
okay, Mike, your question.
I'm done with mine. Oh, okay. Mark, you got a question? You chilling? You just going?
Oh,
you gonna get it.
What's the questions? What kind of questions?
No, you can ask whatever you want. Hypotheticals.
When's the last time you cried in front of another person?
It wasn't that long ago.
Basically, like about 2.5 hours.
Right. Couldn't have been that long ago.
Nah.
Last week, who knows?
Probably.
Mike, you got a slave cry. Just
wow.
We're gonna get out of here today. Today is the day.
Wow.
Shut up! Why is he crying like a slave?
I fought all my life.
Oh my God. I imagine Mike is like a solitary tear crier. Like you don't know he's crying until you see the one tear come down his cheek.
And then John Legend, Ordinary People start playing in the background. No.
Anyway, that is not going to play.
Not Ordinary People.
I don't remember. I would say I don't remember the last time I actually did that. Probably last year.
Damn.
Yeah, probably last year.
Are you one of those people who says I don't cry?
No.
I'm never gonna.
I just had no reason.
I cry all the time. So
all right, I'm never gonna tell that.
Last time I cried in front of
crier.
somebody, I was watching Everything Everywhere All at Once on a date, and that's one of my favorite movies. And the entire third act, I'll be bawling the fuck out.
Really?
And I've seen the movie. I own it digitally and physically, and I've seen it so many times. And the third act just does it for me every time.
I don't think I mean, I love that movie, but I don't know. I didn't cry.
Oh yeah, the juxtaposition between active nihilism and just like everything not having any type of meaning and being tired because of that. Like the arc between the father, the mom, like everybody in that film had an amazing arc, and it just comes together so seamlessly.
I love that movie.
I love that movie so much.
I do. I love that movie. So here's the crazy thing. I'm a crier. I cry. I've cried here with y'all. So that's how I
that wasn't long ago.
Like my lash glue is. If my lashes stay on during like tears because I cried, like I'm like, ooh, this is a good glue.
That is a good glue.
If my lashes stay
Bundles,
on,
what you cry about?
Through me like just crying for no reason. Okay, good glue. But what I don't like to do, it's funny when you say that you cried during that movie. I hate crying during movies.
Why?
This is gonna sound really weird coming from a person who is a crier. I feel like I have to reserve my tears for real reasons to cry. Right? Does that make sense? Does that sound crazy?
Whenever I hear real, I always think it's like a hyperbolic thing that's about to follow that.
I used to be this one. I used to be a person who like. Oh, here's the crazy part. If you cry, like if I watch a person cry, automatically I'm ready to cry. Like
I can do that. I have that ability to do that too. I can feel that shit.
Makes me want to cry.
I feel that shit.
But I also feel like I can't just be crying all willy-nilly. I need to be feeling stuff.
Sorry, Bundles.
I mean, do you laugh willy-nilly?
Yes.
So what's wrong with crying willy-nilly?
I don't know.
It's the range of emotions that we all have.
I will just say this. I feel like I feel like I used to judge, like I judged my mom. I'll tell you this. I judge my mom because I feel like she cries at the drop of a hat. Somebody could say something and it could be sad and it has nothing to do with her at all. And this woman is like, oh God. I'm like, why are you don't know. What are we crying about? Like, relax. Wait till it's time to cry. Like, what are you just cry about everything? And so it just made me want to be those people. So when I'm at the movies and something sad happens, I struggle. When I cried at the end of Black Panther, I was partially upset with myself. I held those tears until I couldn't hold them anymore. And then I looked at my child who was beside me. I was like, I can't hold it. And she was just like, relax.
Part one?
Part one or part two?
The second one.
Okay,
Yeah. At the end, I was like, I can't fight it. I can't. And it was just like,
yo,
that shit had everybody in the like.
The last time, let's put it like this. I had probably the most irrelevant cry, but it'll make sense when I actually say it. When Goku turned Ultra Instinct, man, I kind of cried a little bit. I ain't gonna hold you. Yeah. I was in that bitch, Mark. I was like this and this bitch. Like I was just sitting there looking at you.
What's so crazy, Mike, is that that's the face I imagine for you, like right as you're getting ready to cry. I do imagine that you're that kind of crier. But I also wonder if you're like the kind of crier that because you suppressed it for so long that you get to be like that man that was on that intervention show where remember when he was like,
I still love you. Like, oh hell no. Hell no.
He died a couple years ago.
Like, do you
he did pass away?
Yeah, until you just like release the most craziest cry noise? Are you one of those people?
No.
Yeah, you would.
No. I think I cry for
like
that
shit from down the hall.
Shit. You don't know that I'm crying. I don't have like I don't have that type of cry. So, my cries sit with me. Like it's all in my face. Like I don't cry like hysterically or nothing like that. Hell no. Not that I don't want to, it's just that ain't how I cry. So I think the last time I legitimately broke the fuck down was when my cousin passed away. That was the last time I probably broke down.
I think you should let yourself cry like that.
Yeah. I ain't never have a break. I never had a reason to break down that much. Like that deep. Like no.
You're also socialized, a man, you know.
No, I just don't have a reason.
When it comes to the range of emotions, y'all just.
I've cried for people. I've cried for people that's explained things to my face, like pains and stuff. Like when Basie was crying, I felt it come boiling up in me, but I just, that was her moment. So it was like, it was hard for me to just hold back that shit down. I couldn't hold that part in. So it was like, if I feel people's passion and feel people's stuff, I will, it will do something to me. But it's like, for me to like have an explosive cry breakdown or something, like, yeah, there probably had to be something super significant or like a big reason for why it's happening that way.
So, yeah. Do you want me to ask the next question? Oh wait, someone had a question. Joe.
Yeah, that's what Joe. I only want to get past this thing, but go ahead.
Joe asked, when was the last time a person gave you butterflies, like real butterflies?
Like Michael Jackson butterflies? Damn.
You give me
you can answer it.
No, I get it. Mine's gonna sound really cheesy because everybody knows that I'm in a relationship, so it's not an uncommon thing that it happens kind of often.
Dore.
He's a sweetheart, so he does.
What was the thing? Wait, I'm sorry. I thought you
said that
No. I know the question, but your answer, I felt like.
What was the thing? No, he's just a sweet person who says very sweet things all the time. Like so here's the thing. He can seem very like tough. He's very New York, very tough, right? But with me, he's very soft and he says the sweetest stuff to me all the time. And so it's not hard for me to get like all fluttery and butterfly because like it's very opposite of his norm of how he treats other people. He can be very, very sweet to me. And he just says very, very nice, sweet things to me all the time. And it'll make me feel nice.
Gentle thug, that's what I call him.
Yeah.
But go
Yes,
ahead, Mark.
because you know when you see us interact, he's just a very sweetie kind of like he's very soft and sweet with me. He treats me very soft and very sweet.
He does.
Sometimes he can be very just like especially when he's trying to tell me like I'm too, because he always says I'm entirely too nice, because that's just not like, we're very different in that thing. He's very New York, very not like nice and cushy and all that stuff, and I'm a very nice person. So in those times he could get kind of stern with me, but most times he handles me in the most gentlest way, and he'll say the sweetest things to me just to like make me have a good day. So yeah, he
is a certain way with you, very much so.
Hi, Fantasy.
Yeah, Fantasy. What's going on? Yeah, he's a certain way with you. He very, very gentle with you, and because I see it firsthand. Like a lot of stuff that he says to her is like he's very calm in how he talks to you. You know, hold hands type of person, making sure you good, making sure you eating, and making sure. I'm like, okay, make sure she's straight.
He ain't a Gemini, is he?
No, he's a Virgo.
Oh shit.
But go ahead, Mark. When was the last time you got butterflies?
Fucking no. Every time somebody approach me, I'll be like, "Yo, you don't want these problems. Like, I don't get what you see." Just like, nah. Every time somebody try to talk to me, I'll be like, nah, this ain't it. Don't try to blow
Don't
my
be like
head
that,
up.
Terry. Don't be like that. Don't be like that. Butterflies. I think it's always for me when I first meet somebody. Like
first meet somebody?
When you first meet them physically for the first time, it's a
What
little
are you
bit of
talking
butterflies there. Like when you meet
somebody
when
that you're interested in?
Like like I'm dating or something. It's usually that.
Oh.
Or no. It's not just that, but I'm just saying like there's occasions where I meet friends for the first time. Like I had butterflies meeting them. Like like meeting everybody for the first time. That's a butterfly feeling. Like because you're excited. Like yeah. So I've had that. Like I've had butterflies like when we all do something. Like when we get hyped for games that's coming out and stuff like that, or when we all get together and do something that's fun. Like I get butterflies for that because I get excited. So.
I be just feeling anxiety. I don't know if that shit's butterflies. It's just anxiety for me. especially when somebody knows me before, like, or they know of me before I know them. Like they might know me from my online presence and shit. And I'm just like, nigga, I'm acting. That's not even me.
I gotta give you kudos for 1 second. We just gotta stop for a second. First of all, and so we're just doing really hypothetical questions. We're just asking hypothetical questions and seeing what everyone's answer is. The reading rainbow TikTok that you did, literal tear. Like that was so funny to me because you were dancing. You were so into it.
I was getting my old head on.
I was like,
oh, back when
you got the outros in Reading Rainbow.
Yo, Reading Rainbow. Yeah, everybody talking about Sesame Street. Reading Rainbow had a lot of different outros, and they would switch up the genre like every episode. But that one right there.
Oh, boy, welcome to the show.
Yes.
Let me know if you're trying to come on, brother. I'll send you the link.
Reading Rainbow, okay.
That don't slap cheetah paws. I love that one.
So that gave you butterflies?
No.
I'm playing. Don't pay me no attention.
You answered already, Mike? You answered? Yes.
I did. Yeah, I did.
Okay, I got a question. Are y'all ready? This one's gonna make it a little spicy.
I don't even know. I'll be nasty, I think. So let me go ahead and
we're gonna give it a little. We're gonna throw a little spice in there. If you have between only giving oral or receiving oral for the rest of your relation or your rest of your life, which one are you choosing?
Giving.
Easy. Yeah, giving. Yeah, giving. So we did.
Why was
so
that so easy? It was like giving.
I will clear you out like a Yoplait yogurt cup with no hands. Like easy. Yeah.
I can't.
You be like,
how confident that was?
Man, this nigga's an anteater. I get it.
You saw how confident he was in that too. He was like, "I will clear you like a."
I know my skill set. It's just what it is.
Yeah. I just enjoy it more than necessarily receiving
that too. So
I love. Well, I just enjoy it more.
Where the Pillow Princess is? Come on,
right there.
Line it up.
Line it up.
Buenas
noches.
noches.
Put them legs on the hair, boy. fella. Hold him there like, wow. Shut up and sister. No, I'm playing. I'm playing. Uh-oh, Mel. What's going on, Mel?
Hey, Mel.
What's up?
Hey,
So the whole crew full of people in there. All right, so we answered that pretty quick. You want to go and do another one? Because that was just a landslide.
yeah.
No, it's
That's
okay.
no-
Go ahead. You do one.
For both
I
of
had a
y'all.
question.
Is there?
Oh, go ahead.
Oh,
Go ahead.
I was
No,
gonna
no,
say,
you
is there a position y'all think y'all have never tried that you want to do, or you think you've done all of them?
I can't say I've done.
I
them
definitely
all.
haven't done all of them.
No, I'm
Yeah.
just asking. Yeah. Is there something you want to try that you haven't done?
I want to
No.
try one of those swing thingies.
Yeah, no, I've done a lot. Like, yeah, I can't think of something that I haven't done that I want to try.
Right.
And it's not
You
to
think
say
the
that
other
I've
ones might be
done,
on
not
some
to say that I've
bullshit.
done everything, but I've done a lot of
Mhm.
fucking shit. So, yeah, I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Okay. Yeah, same. I'm pretty comfortable in my little positions that I do. So, plus I'm fat, so you
The
can't
3
really
you
do
be
everything.
choosing from, that don't stop no motherfucking body. You gotta explore, and you gotta tag in some aid. Like a sex swing opens you up to so many more positions that you,
I bet.
and not even just for like you, but for the other person. You know,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I know.
like,
And why you keep saying I have 3 positions, man? You don't know, man.
cause you know, niggas always just have.
Nah, ain't no 3, brother. Ain't no 3. Ain't no
Look
3.
at bundles.
You don't be, so you be tooting it up.
Wow.
You don't
What, me
face down,
personally?
face down, ass up. You don't be grabbing your ankles.
Mike,
You
your
don't be
big
making your,
ass
you don't be
not
making
doing
your
nothing in this
ankle,
car.
making them anklets ring.
Hey, look, I'm not using teeth. I'm down to receive. Wow.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait.
yeah.
Go down to Joe's question.
Okay. Hold on. Joe said, basic, would you be with your partner if he was shorter than you? Brother Hennessy and brother Beefer, would you be with your partner taller than you?
I've had
Okay.
taller partners.
So I
and I'm 6'3".
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Absolutely not. I'm short. Absolutely not.
How short?
He like 5'3".
Okay, so I'm 5'3.5". Don't forget the half.
Take that half the fuck off of there.
Everybody acts like I'm shorter than that, but I'm not. But
Okay.
if I were to date someone shorter than, no, because then if people are already making me feel like I'm miniature, I don't need a man that's more miniature than me.
What if y'all were the same height?
No.
All right, what if he was 1 inch taller? like how short? How much taller
I
would?
just can't. I think that, I mean, you have to be a little, even if it's a little bit tall. Like, I need to look up at you a little bit.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So
you don't have to be
5'6"
super
minimum.
tall. 5'6" is good. I just like, I can't. I'm 5'3". So if you're short, I've had a guy who was shorter than me try to talk to me, and it just like, I don't know. It just wasn't. I couldn't even see. I can't look down at you. I can't.
Like every time you try to talk, you just heard the Oompa Loompa song just start playing in the background.
Because I imagine how short I am. I can imagine in my head how short I look to other people. And then if my guy is here and like we're two just like miniature people walking around, like I can't.
Oh, y'all going to a Sadie Hawkins dance, like 8th grade and shit.
Right. Because like,
damn, y'all wear the same shoe size and stuff. That's kind of crazy.
Here's the crazy part. I was just saying
Y'all both
earlier when
size
we
6?
first came in that I didn't really think of myself as like, I don't typically think of myself as short on a regular day. Like
that lie, that thing
I
just
do that.
snitched on you.
Short.
It just told you that you was it just told you that you were short.
It was like,
Yeah, it just told you.
short confetti.
Yeah, short confetti. Wow.
I didn't really I don't typically think of myself as short, but when we all met and everyone in the house was taller than me by like a significant amount, I was like, oh, okay, well maybe I am. Okay, maybe I am. Like, I just expected for one of the ladies to come in and be like close to my height, and it didn't happen. And so then it was the first time that I think I've been in a situation in a long time where I haven't had somebody that was at least like someone at least here makes me feel like I'm not so short. We're close, you know. It didn't happen. So then, like, that was the first time I felt short because I'm looking. We're standing around in a group, like talking, and I'm like, oh yeah, everybody. Like, I'm just like, oh okay, yeah, good, sounds good. Like I'm just looking up at everybody. So yeah, I don't think I couldn't because also I like feeling like my man is in control, like of me, like in a not like he's controlling me, but I like that you being the dominant one. If I'm looking down at you and I'm 5'3" and I'm looking down at you, it's hard for me to see you as you dominating me. Because then I want to pet you on the head.
Oh.
That kind of thing.
I kind of can see how people can internalize that and turn it to violence. Like no, the Napoleonic complex is weird. It's a real thing, you know. So people will quickly turn to violence because of
she is not playing.
And
she didn't
standards
say this a
we
couple
have
times.
around things like that.
I do. I want one.
What you mean, Kristen? Like with smaller people?
So what if they're taller than you and submissive? Are they like a failure?
Not a failure. No, it's just like no, they're not a failure. I just don't like. I'm not. That's not the thing that like turns me on. I like feeling dominated. So if you're submissive and tall,
I'm just trying to separate the physical characteristic from the ideology. In that, you know, like you can have short people be really dominant, but I understand how it's like in your brain, it's like I can't take this seriously simply because you're short.
It's
Mark, look who showed up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? How you leave? Mark, why you leave? Mark, I hate you.
Turn your mic down a little bit, Chaz. Turn your mic down a little bit. He got
all right, hold on.
But this Pat, when we were in Jersey,
how's that?
Right up on me.
Good, that's good. Hey, all right. So real quick before we started off, this is one of my best friends, Charles, right here. It's my brother.
Nice
I've been knowing him. Oh my God, we met in 1999, along with like before me and Marcus found out we were family. We all met in '99, so we've all been close and like this with each other for a very long time, and we are old as fuck at this point now.
Y'all old as fuck.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't back like cause you
all y'all.
Go run up the block for about a half. You gonna go gas.
I'll put money on dusting you right now.
You probably would. My fucking knee all hurt and shit. My knees are in pain.
This bull does this every time we talk about our age. Like they ain't 1 year younger than us.
You can't hold your breath that long. So that's a long time.
He be challenging people. You saw how he challenged you too. He just meet you right in the.
Y'all try to make a year seem like that's around the corner. Like no, that's a long time. You do anything for a year, you gonna be good at that thing. I tell you that. So shut your old ass up.
You old as shit. I'm drinking that old ass beer. No, go ahead.
I had to grab the Yingling. And I grabbed this Simply Spiked because this is my last beer. So now I'm moving on to spiked peach drinks.
Okay, me too. That shit is so. What was she referring to with that one?
Being dominant.
Okay, all right. So, all right. He asked another question. Will body count matter to you if within the count a person you knew but did not favor? I'm confused about that one.
Would body count matter would body count matter to you if within the count a person you knew but did not? I'm not getting the question anyway.
Yeah. Try to write it again.
I just don't know why people still having body count conversations in 2023
in the first place.
Yeah. One, I don't care about body count. One.
I am a whore.
Two,
you don't want to know this body.
Two, I don't think it changes it necessarily for me if one of those people happens to be somebody I don't like. It's like, oh well, like
people have sex every day, B.
I will say this though. I have been a person that like I've dated somebody, and if I see like you dated someone after me that was just like, if I was like, ew, what? And that made me question myself a little bit. Like, am I also an ill what? You know?
That's wild. That is wild.
I don't know if you did.
It's the truth.
Have you ever bragged about
I
your
have done-
sex life?
Haven't bragged about it?
You ever brag about it?
Brag about it? I don't even.
I
talk
said,
about it.
have you ever done it? Yeah. Have you ever
No.
bragged about it?
Mm-mm.
No. My sex life is close to my chest. Like, I barely ever talk about that.
I just tell people I'm a whore, which I am.
Yeah, you might be up that, but it's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, thought.
It's not like not like this sacred thing. I don't understand how like our society has come to make something so natural be something that's so taboo at the same time. Like that just doesn't make sense.
Because everybody tries to make it. You had the conversation. Everybody wants to make everything. Oh, it's not normal to do this. Oh, it's not. Whatever.
It's that
Everybody talk about it every day.
puritanical shit we had back in the day. The
That's what it
Puritans,
is.
man. It's the Puritans. It's puritanical bullshit.
All right.
It's like
so
ingrained into our culture.
go ahead, Charles. What you saying?
I don't know. I was just saying, like the Puritans, like a lot of the stuff, like prison system, like things like that, started because the Puritans were like, "Y'all need to be closer to God. Y'all need to stop being heathens with all that stuff you're doing." Like, did you know the founding fathers used to grow weed? Like, come on now. Like,
Hell,
Yo,
the
Jesus
word
Christ was
penitentiary comes from the word penitence, which is to
Exactly,
make
right?
yourself
Like-
whole within the ideology of like the fucking Quakers and shit. But
mhm,
once the slaves got free, they said, "Now we got to flip these numbers."
mhm.
Sorry if we getting too serious on y'all podcast. I know this.
No,
Yeah, right.
I know it's supposed to be light.
Y'all good. Y'all good. Go ahead, Basic. Did you ask something? Or...
No, I'm waiting for your question.
You asked that last question?
No,
I
somebody
asked
else
that.
did, but you haven't asked a question. In a
I asked
while.
about the bragging.
Oh, that was
No.
a question. That was a real question. Okay, I
Yeah,
got
it
a
was a real question.
My bad. If you developed superpowers, right,
Mm-hmm.
and you were sworn to keep them a secret, to keep like your partner safe, would you be able to hide them? Like you had a pretty fucking awesome superpower, and you had to you were sworn to secrecy. You could not reveal it.
Okay, like
In order to
that's
keep
a
your partner-
loaded question because are my superpowers the type of superpowers I can actually hide? Like, am I Iceman or am I Nightcrawler? Right? Like,
Obviously, in this scenario, it's one that you can hide. You have to hide it to keep your partner safe. Are
So
you
pick a
gonna-
weaker superpower, Chad. Right.
Right.
Some OP motherfucker right now. Pick a weaker person.
Mine would just be going
okay, I'm
invisible.
Kitty Pryde then.
Boom.
Like, yeah.
There you go. All right.
Right? I mean, like, can I hide it by having a superhero alter ego, or does that mean I just can't use my powers in their presence?
You can't. Well, yeah, I guess so. We can say that. Like, you can't use it in their presence. They can never know that you have a superpower. Your
Oh, my
partner,
partner can't know?
Your partner cannot know that you have a superpower.
Yeah, we just gonna have to break up.
They
gonna know. I don't care what the power is. That shit coming out somewhere. Like they gonna know.
Right. Yeah. It would have to be a power where like I can turn it on and off pretty easily, and even
We're gonna be fucking.
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah, I'd probably
hold
be
up
like, but
real
I can't
quick.
keep the power unless they don't know.
Right.
But then, do
I
I get
can
to keep my
imagine.
powers even if I break up with them? Because then I think breaking up with them makes sense.
I look, I could imagine, right?
So the
Being
alternative is breaking
Superman.
up with them because you like there's no way I'm keeping these.
Yeah, you
Well,
gonna
look,
know.
that's
So
why. That's
you're
why I
not
was
gonna be
like, can you
safe.
imagine? Can you imagine
Mhm.
being Superman, right? And you about to get into a rumble with somebody that might have beef with your partner, whatever the case is, and you got to hold back your power. So now you got to get your ass whooped because you got to hold that shit back.
Then you're not really getting your ass
break
whooped.
up
That's the
though.
thing. Yeah, you're not. If you're Superman, somebody's gonna try to punch you, and it's like, why am I punching steel? Like, like
No, but
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
you're not gonna get your ass whooped.
But what if you have to hold it back to the point where you can feel pain now? So that's what I mean. Like,
I
Get
mean,
your
you
ass
can
whooped.
act it out. You can get like hit by
Yeah,
a
you
ball
can
and be
act
like,
it
"Oh no, I'm hurt." Like,
nah,
but-
I gotta hold it back. You gotta stay true. Gotta stay true. Okay. Well, I would say no. I ain't holding it back for nobody.
Just breaking up.
You gonna break
Yeah.
up? You're like, hey yo,
I'm
get
out.
out of here.
Are you staying
Yeah.
single
And then
forever?
is the
Just so
and,
you can
and the question is it all future partners too, or just this current partner?
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. Is it all the partners that you come in contact with now, or is it just that one? 'Cause
I
if
gotta
it's
break
just
up
that
with all my partners. Hey, look.
Because it's let's just say maybe you have to be like anonymous. Like you can't let anybody. You're supposed to be like you have a superpower, but people aren't supposed to know about it. Like you're like Batman.
Batman don't
He
have
got no
superpowers.
powers. He just white
True.
with a lot
right,
of money.
Okay.
Right.
True.
His
That's
powers.
Let's
true.
not
He had
do
a
that.
lot of time on his hands to learn martial arts.
Let's not do Batman. Let's pick somebody else.
I
You
Thunder
have
said all is crazy.
right. You can't have none of your partners can know.
Hey, if you got a shit ton of partners, you know what I mean? It is what it is now.
I feel like you give me a power. There's some way I can show that shit off in the bedroom. Like whether it's flying or setting the place on fire or super strength. There's not a damn superpower that can't be exploited sexually. Like just not a one. Hey, look, I got a question. Because I was having a conversation recently with a couple of my partners. Do you believe in unconditional love? And if you do, what is it? And by what is it, I mean, can you define it?
I think the first thing that comes to mind is my love for my child. Like, I don't know if there's anything that she could tell me that she did that would stop me from loving her. I could be disappointed in her. I could be upset. Stop loving her? No.
But is the condition to which you love her the fact that she's your daughter?
Yeah, I guess.
So is the love unconditional? You just stated the condition.
I mean, I guess. I mean, yeah.
And that's why I think it's important for people to define what it is. Like when I ask that, and people are like, oh yeah, of course. And that's usually the first thing that people jump to is the relationship that they have with their children. And then when you say, well, if that is a condition, then something else must be unconditional love in that relationship.
I mean, but she's
not
gonna be my child. So it's not like it's like as long as you're my child, then I love you. She is my child. She just is. You know what I mean?
Right. So it's an inherent condition. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess. But I think that's the only person that I'd be like, there's nothing that you couldn't tell me that would make me be like, okay, maybe not.
So would you define unconditional love as there not being a condition that could break it versus the condition to establish it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why
do I feel like Mike zoned out and he's not completely sure what we're talking about right now?
No, I know exactly what you're talking about. I heard everything. I think that
hear a Mikeism watch.
You definitely ain't gonna hear a Mikeism. But I think I can be unconditional with people, you know, like especially like I don't know, it's just like it's not necessarily that it has to be with my daughter. It could be with moms, brothers, sisters, family, any kind. Like I can just basically do it when I feel like I'm like it is what it is. Like I'm just gonna love you for who you are and what type of person you are. That's it. Like it's all I can do. Just doesn't have to have conditions to it. Doesn't have to have anything. Just.
But I mean,
because of who you are.
But I think I don't know if that's necessarily what he means though. Like you love someone. There's a difference between loving someone, but then they can do something to make you not love them.
Yeah, but that unconditional love is more or less for me. Like no matter who you are, what you are, whatever, I'm always just gonna have unconditional love for you as a person. Like because there's nothing to it for me. I'm not doing it because of a reason. I'm just like we've gained that respect and all that stuff over a period of time with each other. We've grown and we became this, and we're here now. So it's like over our lifetime, I don't have like how I feel about them, it doesn't. We don't have to explain it to each other. We don't have to say nothing to each other. We ain't got to do too much. It's just
You're
my love for them.
explaining the execution of it, but you're not explaining what it is.
Right. You're explaining
Because I can't really say what it is. It doesn't. It's just there. I can't explain it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
No, but I think what he's meaning is you're explaining like the getting to the point of loving a person. Like I'm just gonna love you for who you are, but it's the point where you're in that situation. You love them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is there something that can break that? Yes, for me, yes, because you can't do anything to me and then I just continue to love you just because I love you just because. Because there can definitely be a point where you could do something to me and I'm like, fuck you, love is never. I don't love you. You've done enough to me where no, I don't love you. I did, but I don't anymore. You can't just do anything and act any kind of way and be any kind of person, and then I'm still just gonna love you and let you just like no. I can forgive you without loving you. You know what I mean? I can forgive what you did and forget what you did and still not love you anymore. Like you can't just be anybody. I could have gotten to that place where I love you just because, and it's not like you have to do something for me to love you. I got there at that place. But if there's a point where you do something or something happens or that, something transpires, I can definitely be like, I don't love you anymore.
I got you. But see, I'm not necessarily explaining it on the sense of what would happen if this was to happen. I'm just explaining what he's telling me, unconditional love. So if like I said, all the stuff in the relationships that I have with people throughout the years, that's what built that into it. Now I know I'm explaining what built it into it, but I'm explaining where is that for me now. Where is that for me now is the unconditional love that I cannot explain. I can't explain why I love them the way that I do. All I can do is just say, yo, these are the guys that are at this point with me. You know what I mean? And nothing has happened to make me feel any different way, but all I know is this is where we at. I can think of them and call them at any time. Like when we get on our group chat, we'll just call each other. To me, I know that's a condition, but that can also be just what sits inside of me. Like as a person, like it's been sitting there, it's just there. So when I think of them, that's me showing them my love, like by hitting them up and, yo, what y'all doing? Well, how's everything going? Blah, blah, blah. It's not like I need a reason to do it or anything. I just do it because it's just in me to do it.
But there's nothing that can break that relationship?
I'm not worrying about if there's anything that can break the
relationship.
That's probably what it is.
Not whether or not you're worried about it, but there's no. Are you saying there's nothing that could break that could ever break that bond?
I would say it's things that can definitely end a relationship with somebody, but is that gonna make me change how I feel about them? I can still love them from afar. Or they not, I have a friend that I don't talk to anymore. Do I want to see any harm or anything like that happen to him? No, because I developed a thing with him over years. I have more understanding of him than anything, but it's just that I know our relationship. It's not. But I'm just saying, like, I still have love for him, but it's just not as it is like for them now. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if something can break that. I can't tell you. That's what I'm saying. I really don't even know. It's like I can't mentally put myself in that space.
Not me. Fuck out of here. Like,
yeah, I'm the same way.
Woo!
Mm-hmm. I ain't got unconditional love for anybody, not even like my parents. Like, if my parents Joe bagged on me, my parents are dead, by the way, right? But like, even when I was younger and I was socialized, like my mom would be like, "Do you love me?" And I would be tentatively like, "Yes," even though I'd be like, "No." because there was just moments where my mom did stuff I didn't like, right? And then I'm socialized to be like, I'm supposed to always love my parents because they're my parents and they take care of you. And I'm like, but what if they didn't treat me like a good human being, right? Like, like, am I still supposed to love them in that case? Like, why are my feelings put into this, right? So that was always my battle with that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
No, I get that. That makes sense.
Like, I don't believe in unconditional love. And so to preface, I have a very neurodiverse brain. And so when it comes to these conversations and stuff, people often leave these areas shrouded in mysticism intentionally, because we live in a society that really does not like to concretely define things that surround our emotions and stuff. So I just ask questions like that just to get people to think a little bit deeper about these ideas that we've kind of been socialized to just accept. Even as far as just saying love, like when you ask somebody like, what is love, they always explain the execution, they always explain how it makes them feel, but they never tell you what it is, you know. And I think that, you know, there is a very much a concrete explanation from it, and it's one that I always call back to by Dr. M. Scott Peck, and I got that from Bell Hooks. Yeah, it's not. It's to me the idea is hyperbole, and it very much kind of leads into like hierarchical thinking. But yeah, I just say that to say I don't think that it's an actual thing. But don't let that detract from what I think love is and stuff like that. I just think that like saying unconditional is the same thing we do when we say real. Real is like this magnifier that we put on things that is like not defined by, it has no real quantifiable metric. So it's like when you say real, what the hell do you mean? What do you mean by a real man? And it's just like off into the goddamn stratosphere people go. What do you mean by real love? Off into the stratosphere people go. You know, so it's just like it's just fluff.
Yeah.
Mike, I think bundles.
There's a lot of things we like to.
I don't even know what that question is pertaining towards, though.
When she was talking about like when you how you think about unconditional love.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the same thing for your girlfriend? Is there nothing that she could do to make you not love her?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't. Well, I just live our moments. That's all. I don't.
You love all your exes?
I don't dig too deep in that stuff. So it's like I'm talking about like who I'm currently dealing with. I don't dig too deep in it.
Do just you love all your exes?
No, man.
All right, then. There you go.
But that's not the question about what I'm. If it's a girlfriend that you're dealing with now, that has nothing.
But you were talking about unconditional love, and even if the relationship and stuff changes for a person, you'll still feel love for them. And then you just said, like, no, I don't love all.
No, that's not what I defined. What I said was, if I built this relationship with I'm talking strictly about friends, like what it is for why I feel this way towards y'all right now. Y'all are currently in my life. There's a difference. Like if you currently have a girlfriend, this is currently how I feel about it. I'm not worrying about who's an ex person in my life.
But the conversation is about the idea of unconditional love, not the status of the relationship that you have with people.
Okay.
So like when you like as you're talking about it and defining it, this is why the question then comes up, like, what about your girlfriend or what about these other people? Because you're talking about just the idea itself. But now if you want to go back, it's like it's not necessarily a backpedal, but like now you're putting these conditions in, which is the type of relationship that you have with people, and they're straying from the actual question that was being asked, which is about the ideology, the idea of unconditional love.
I get what you mean. Is it my turn? My turn for a question?
Yes, basic.
If you could permanently eliminate one person from your life, who would that person be and why?
Me, nigga, cause I don't really want to be here. Who really wants to be here?
Don't say.
I ain't got nobody else. So yeah, check that off.
Do I have anybody that I want to permanently eliminate from my life? I'm sure that there have been moments in my life where I've thought that, but I can't think of anyone right now. I'm sure I've said to myself, oh, I wish I'd never met this person before in my life ever. Like, I wish they didn't exist. I'm sure I've said that before. Can I think of someone right now? Probably not.
Now, there are people that younger me,
Bundle said
if it was like, yo, if I could just like and delete somebody,
yeah,
not even in my life, but in the world, I definitely would. But like, no, That's
Right.
I've had this radicalization around violence. I'm actually going to be talking about it in a podcast at some point. Not exactly sure
Oh,
when.
nice.
Yeah, it's in the works.
Mike, do you have anybody you want to delete? You want
Yeah,
to
I don't have
remove from
anybody.
your life?
No, I don't think like that. So nobody.
Yeah. Okay,
It's a tough one.
Charles, you? Anybody you want to press the delete button on?
No, there's nobody who frustrates me to that degree in my life. So
Or okay, then let's make it. Let's change it a little. Is there anyone that you wish you never met? You wish you'd never encountered? You could have done without that experience.
Shit, it's tons. Tons. But that's because hindsight is 2020 like a mug. So.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
so in saying that, I always think about where I am and who I am right now, the life that I live, the things that I have, and the way that I
Mhm.
think about the things that I have. And that is a result of every decision and other things like, you know, environment, nurture, the privileges that I have growing up and everything else. But
Mhm.
those are all the result of the relationships that I've had with people.
Right.
And I am thoroughly satisfied and happy with who I am and what I have in the life that I live right now.
Mhm.
So if any of that were to change, this present would change.
Absolutely.
And so I
Mhm.
can't say that
Right.
there would be somebody that I would just.
I think that's my reasoning too for why people will be like, is there anything that you could go back in your life or change or like what you of course there are things that have happened in my life, people that I've met, situations that I've been in where I've been like, oh, I wish, of course you'd be like, of course I could have done without that. But I do know that all of those things, any traumas, any horrible relationships, any kind of things that happened to me, they led me to being the person that I am. Do I think that I'm like this perfect person right now? Absolutely not. But I do know that there are certain things that have happened in those relationships that are part of the makeup of even the things that I think are good about me. You know what I mean? The things that I appreciate about myself. So even in trauma that has happened in my life, it has had an effect on me that is reflective in the person that I am now that I appreciate. You know what I mean? So if I take away some of those traumas, I might not have some of those characteristics about myself that I appreciate now. So I can't erase those things. Of course, there's a part of you that's like, ugh, like it sucks that happened to me, or it sucks that I had to experience this or had to go through this with this person, or that was a shitty relationship. But you take away little pieces, like you take away things that you've learned, you take away your perspective of how you want to change yourself or how you've grown from those things. And maybe if I wouldn't have experienced those situations, I wouldn't have grown in certain ways, you know, and I wouldn't know how to handle them. They could happen later in life, and then like I didn't have this past experience to make me be like, fuck that, I'm not doing that again. So that's why I can't be like, oh, I want to eliminate, like there are people in my life to this day currently who I've had horrible situations happen with. Like I have had people ask me, one particular friend, have people ask me all the time, why is he still in your life? Because when I think about the things that transpired when he was a big part of my life, they were things that were, you know, they had a real serious effect on me. They changed the way that, you know, the way I viewed relationships in life and myself in general. I got to a place where I got to be able to have closure on that particular situation, which I don't think people get to have a lot. A lot of times you don't get to have closure on the traumatizing situations in your life. I got to have that. I was thankful for it. And in that, there kind of developed a friendship. There was ebbs and flows of that relationship where the friendship, you know, there was a hope of maybe some sort of reconciliation. That wasn't going to happen. There were things, but I do think that I think both of us, he and I both live in two very different spaces. I think he still sees me as the person that I was back then.
Ain't that a bitch?
When the trauma happened, he still views me as that person, and I'm not that person at all. And we butt heads a lot because he still sees me as the person that I was when the trauma happened for me. And he'll be like, he'll say things I'll be like, you do realize that we're not living in that space. I'm not a 16-year-old little girl anymore. You do realize that like the things that happened to us back then changed me from that point on. Like, I'm not that person. Not to mention all of the life that has happened since then. So you have to stop looking at it like we're the same people we were in high school. We're not those same people anymore.
Sounds like somebody peaked. Sounds like somebody peaked in high school.
So I hate to say this, but like he very much lives in that space.
Yeah, he peaked. Yep, peaked in high school.
He very much lives in that space, and he likes to like remind me of those times where like we'll talk about. He does a lot of talking about that because I think he lives in that space. He also has a hard time differentiating me from the girl that I was when I was 16, and so sometimes we struggle with that. But I even in that I don't hate him because of what happened. I took the opportunity to take the closure that I needed. I've moved on because I'm a different person. And so I see the situation in a different way. And I know that even the stuff that happened back then that was bad, it helped me to be who I am today. And so I get to accept him in a different kind of way. I'm just not living in that same space where I'm that same person.
Yep.
You know?
Listen, I will say this. For me personally, I do feel like a lot of people still keep me in that same space, and it's okay. Like I said, I move on with my days and my lives, everything like that. And that's, like I said, I deal with that shit all the time. I still got family that still talk to me about stuff that I did back in fucking 2013, 2014, and I'm like looking at them like, why are we still talking about that? You know what I mean? Like, why is that even a thing for me? Like, and it to me, it is hard for people to accept you moving forward and doing stuff like that. Like, even them too. I don't even know if they even know how I move. You know what I mean? I move very silently. I'm not a loud person. I'm not a person that put it in people's face and say, "Yo, I did these things." No, this thing is like you move how you gonna move. So it's like it'd be different if I'm like all in your business and all this other stuff, and I want to know. Like, no, you just gotta accept people for where they're going and where they at. You know what I mean? Like, and this is just me being real. I've always thought in sense of like as we were growing up, a lot of glue went around what happened with me and my brother. You know what I mean? Me and my brother knew this person. Then this person met this person through this person with me and my brother. Then I met people through my brother. And then it was like everybody met people through people. So our growth came from each other. And of course, everybody went the ways that they're gonna go. But a lot of stuff, there was a glue to something at one point. And a lot of the times, like I feel like a lot of people still keep people where they used to be at. And it's like you can't see where everybody has gone now. You know what I mean? Like, I don't judge nobody. I don't do nothing. I actually accept everybody for where they're going in life. Do I think that happens with me all the time? No. I'll just be a dead honest. No. I don't at all.
I'm a judgy bitch.
That's
I'm not one of the people that say I don't judge. Now, I might not hold my judgments against you. I do understand the difference between that. But I'm a judgy bitch. No.
And listen, I always say when you ask that question, I'm like, people say, "Oh, I wouldn't be be this way because of this." I look at it like, yeah, y'all really need to look at your origins and pay attention to why you went which way you went. You went that way because of these things right here. You know what I mean? Yeah, you did it, but you went this way because it started somewhere. You started somewhere, and this is how it happened for you. You know what I mean? Like, that's something that I think about. I think about that. I think about where I started and how some people have helped me get to where I have gone. I don't forget shit like that. Not saying that somebody need to be held to that. I just don't forget it. You know what I mean? I don't forget why I've gone certain places in my life. You know what I mean? Sometimes why you the way that you are comes from your origins in life. You know what I mean? Like, 'cause you could be a whole different person. You could deal with a whole different group of people. You know what I mean? Like you could have been this at one point, but you met this group of people, and that's what molded you to be what you are.
Listen, I wish I had a brain like that because I can't remember what I had for breakfast. I ain't gonna remember what I did 20 years ago.
24/7.
Or I ain't did shrooms in a really long time, man. I had a bad trip. That was a wrap. I was like, I was having like PTSD for like months after the trip was so bad.
Yeah,
damn.
Yo, it was crazy. And I didn't even do too much. I had like 5 grams of fucking penis envy. But like it was way too much. Like that's something for another conversation because I could explain what I experienced, but that is a whole nother conversation.
Listen, you said you get ready to do something, so I look forward to listening to it and you actually do it. So and send me that.
What, my podcast?
Yeah, it's gonna be called.
Man, you don't want to sit here and listen to me talk about shit. Like y'all stuff is all casual and all fun. My shit gonna be serious. like I talk about the stuff that I don't have, like that I would like to talk about in like these conversations, but I'm just like, yeah, nah.
So why would you think I would?
I don't feel like
now one thing you would. I will say this.
I don't feel like bringing down people's moods.
I will say this. You gotta. I understand how you think with that, but you don't know who actually want to hear you talk.
Yeah, but this is not my platform. This is
not saying that.
This is
no.
Platform.
No,
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying to you is, if you step on your own and do your own thing, people are gonna want to probably hear
I know that. I'm not afraid of the audience that I'm gonna attract. I'm just talking about reading the room and the spaces that I'm in.
Yeah, that's fine. But that's just that should be how things is done. What I'm saying to you is that what you plan on doing, I'm going to go listen to it, like, because I want to hear what you have to say. If you have this type of thing on your mind and you feel like this was something that you could talk about, I've watched you do it, so why wouldn't I want to sit back and listen to it?
Yeah.
Just let everybody know I don't miss. So
okay. Listen, I feel you.
If y'all want to sit there and listen to me talk about something, I don't miss.
Oh goodness.
A lot of research that you do, a lot of stuff that you study on, or whatever the case is. That's why you want to do what you do. That's how I look at it. You're not going to do it because you just want to hear yourself talk. So
I don't even want to do it. It's because of my partner and her wanting to do it and stuff. And
so have fun doing it. That's all I got to say.
We'll see how that shit goes.
Do that shit, man. Don't talk about it. Just do it.
I ain't.
Yeah,
talking to the wrong one. I ain't gonna do it.
We're all watching his podcast.
That's what I'm saying. My friend Kristen already said she'll watch it, man. But anyway, let's get back to the shits.
So what kind of cheese you like on your burger?
Not nacho cheese.
American cheese, white American cheese,
white American,
yellow
American.
That's the only thing you got.
Ew, what is
Pepper
that?
Jack be all right. Like
that is some down south shit. I feel like that's like. I'm sorry, I love black people, but yellow American cheese sound like slave. I don't know.
I'm gonna ask y'all just a fun little question. If y'all can design the perfect day, just give yourself a perfect day. What would it be for you? Give yourself a perfect day.
This is one of those questions that I can never answer. I have no idea.
Yeah, the idea
for you.
Perfection always eludes me.
I got this. It would be
for you.
It would
works for you. Go ahead, Chaz.
It would be waking up early, walking in my local park, smoking a joint, just thinking about life, just like going through my head, doing all that, right? And then coming home, getting like a big like box of pizza, and then sitting down and playing video games until like maybe like 8, then wash up and then go out and then like get lit as fuck by going into the clubs.
I like it, Chaz.
You did.
I like it, Chaz.
Disrespect the South. Like you ain't talking to a whole Southerner right here.
I just be thinking like, yo,
like what do you do?
It'd be wild down there. Like,
I think it's more or less like it's the politics that's down there that makes.
That ain't the politics. Them niggas sound like they eat yellow American. Who else? Who eats yellow American cheese? Why is that on shelves? Who is
First off,
eating
not
that?
just
Look,
Southern
Look,
states.
vegan cheese
All right,
actually.
I'm not
is
gonna
pretty
blame it
good.
on the South. I'm gonna blame it on
American
Mormons.
cheese.
Mormons eat.
As a
No.
full-fledged Southern, like Southern, I don't know. That has nothing to do with being from the
She's
South.
like, I don't eat that
I
shit.
just be like, look, y'all eat chitlins, so
Yo.
yellow American cheese ain't far
Y'all
down the
don't eat
pipeline.
chitlins. People do eat chitlins. Y'all don't eat this. Y'all don't eat.
That's a slavery thing, my G. Like that's a slavery thing. Like
Damn.
that's a like that's
I
a
don't eat
slavery
chitlins. I
thing.
think
Like that.
I remember
Pickle,
my
Yeah,
pickle
I'm-
pig feet. They be purple and shit.
listen. I remember my grandma doing that
Again,
shit to me. Where
that's a slavery. What do you think slaves needed
grandma
to
did
eat
that
during
shit
the winter, motherfucker? Like,
listen, it is what it is. I understand. Hold on.
Right, it is uncalled for.
Let's see.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to roast y'all.
you know what? Just for that comment, I'm making shrimp and grits tonight. Fuck it.
Being Southern is a part of my essence. That's what makes me me.
Facts.
Mhm.
Facts.
Being from the South, if I went from the South, y'all wouldn't get this.
Hey,
Y'all got Black
like
Air
I
Force
said.
Ones and Outcasts and what Hellcats?
I
He is
mean, Marcus,
stereotyping the
half
shit
of me
out of
is
y'all
from
right
I'm
the
now.
South.
sorry.
right?
Okay, I'm
Hold on,
sorry. I'm
hold on.
shooting from the hip. My bad.
Yo,
my
Joe
bad.
Ragged ass
I'll
would
shut
make
up.
fun of my dad though in his Southern accent. So
No, your dad had the funniest accent, Chaz.
let me stop.
Chaz? They see that. Well, you
That
hear him about the block.
Yeah.
But so basic. Go ahead. What would be a perfect? You said you can't answer that, so
I
I
can't.
ain't gonna hold you
I
to
have
that.
too much. I have too much anxiety to figure out what my perfect day. Like I feel like if a perfect day is me experiencing a day where I'm not worrying about something.
Listen, okay, it just came to me. I know what my perfect day would be like. It would be damn near dollarification for all my kinky people in the audience, if you know what that's all about. So it would be a day where I am not planning or in charge of shit. Someone else is taking care of me, sun up to sundown, deciding on what I'm wearing, what I'm eating, where I'm going, what I'm doing. Nah, yeah, perfect day for me. Take care of me. That's it.
That
Okay.
makes sense.
Good night, Bubbles. Are you going to bed? Is it bedtime for you?
It's probably bedtime for Bundles. Old ass.
Oh, I'm sorry, Bundles.
Yeah.
Damn, I gotta.
Good night.
I'll
Thanks
be
for coming to the
so
stream.
quick to start shooting from the hips. I gotta chill.
Bundles ain't from the South, by the way.
No, it wasn't a Southern joke. It was an old joke.
Listen,
You wake up to
My-
KYW.
Oh yeah, wait. I got a question for y'all. Unless,
Alright.
oh wait, no, Mike, you need to do your perfect day. My bad.
sleep. That's my perfect day. Sleep with a game
know.
in my hand and porn next to me. Good.
You could literally do that every day.
Right. I feel like
Perfect day for me.
pretty achievable all the time.
It was my whole week, but
You put
No,
the
no, I'll give
bar.
a-
You just put the
no,
bar
no.
on the floor. You know.
no. So my perfect day probably would
playing
be
a game.
honestly, a perfect day for me is I say like spending time with everybody that I love, like and doing something fun all together. I haven't had that in a long time, like where people have been significantly spending time together. But yeah, that'd be a good day for me to do something that was just like memorable.
Yeah, schedule it.
Yeah. Unless I could bring people back from the dead, then it ain't gonna work.
God damn.
Jeez.
Hey, that's the people that want to be a part of it.
That's my perfect day. Necromancer.
Dragon
So,
Balls. Anyway.
Go ahead, Chaz. Go ahead.
Okay, so
go
I
ahead,
got a
Chaz.
question
Alright.
for y'all. Let me see. Let me look for it. What would your younger self not believe about your life today?
I'm gay as shit.
That I'm still not married.
Damn.
No joke.
Mm.
My
What would I
younger
not believe
self
in?
had a plan.
Mm.
Like my younger self was just like, "Oh, I'm gonna be married," and like, have like this
Damn
girl-
Disney movies.
Yeah. Younger self
A
was
lot.
like, "I will be married by this time," and I am not that girl. That did not happen.
said fast. I definitely got fruit I'd bring back. So I would say that I didn't make it to the NBA because I was really on that road. And I think when my cousin Eddie died, basketball left me.
Mm.
I don't know why. It left me. Like
It
I was
wasn't your
actually,
knees.
hell no. I was good. I never was my knees. I ain't never had bad knees. Until now. My knees be getting fucked up. But heavy on the marriage. Yeah. I would say, like I said, it was just that because I was actually getting ready to leave to go to Bloomsville. Remember that, Chaz? I think you might remember when I was getting ready to, I was in that process about to go to Bloomsville up.
Oh, you about
North
to?
Jersey. I'll talk to the coach,
okay,
everything.
okay.
I was signed on to go to the school, and he had died that same summer. And I remember it might have kind of been my mom's fault too, because I needed a parent to sign off on me getting the student whatever the FAFSA, and she wouldn't do it. So,
Oh wow.
Mama.
Oh no.
Mama, you
I couldn't do it by myself. I don't know why, because back then it was tougher
Sign
to
them
like.
papers for me, Mama. Mama, I just want fast food. I just want to play basketball. I'm sorry.
See, most of the girls are agreeing with me about the marriage thing. Like when we were kids, I think we all thought, well, for women, I think there's a point where, as a young girl, because that's what they put in your hair, you're supposed to get like married and a family and this and that. And and when I was in high school, I just figured I always thought I would be the first of my sisters to get married, and I would have like this cushy little marriage and family and all this stuff. Wrong, try again. No, so young me probably be like, bitch, you ain't married. You're 41. You're 41.
Probably had Ariel inside your closet like a visual, something like I felt you.
Listen.
That shit wow, because Ariel was like 16. That's
right.
Statutory.
We ain't gonna talk about this. You know how he his stories is wild.
Mad statutory.
Well, yeah, that's what happens when you try to modernize Hans Christian Andersen.
No consent. That's
wildest
sexual assault in my book.
Story I ever heard out of that whole entire. Wait, you don't know about the? You're not. No, let's not do it. Mark Rady, look, he lifted it up quick and ready to tell you that shit. Sleeping Beauty's origin story, the real version of what it is.
Yeah.
They did whatever it took to wake her up. Let's put it like that.
Oh, I don't know that story.
That's what they were doing. She was asleep. They were unconsensually doing things to her. Yeah, it's the dark side of Disney.
Super creepy.
And she was a kid, so.
Damn. So what you're saying? She got Brock Turner then? Like the fuck? That hey yo.
Who was it that did it?
Anyway, to go back to the original question.
I don't know. Go ahead. Oh
yeah. At least in the Disney journal.
Yeah. No, I was saying that. What was your
like question? For my younger self. What would your younger self be surprised about you today? And I would definitely say my younger self would be surprised at how content I am right now. Because I definitely, my younger self was in turmoil all the time, and I didn't have the word for it, like all the time. Like,
yeah, I can see that, Chaz. I can see that, bro. Chaz used to be on 1000 all the time, like.
Okay, I've got a question for y'all.
It's in turmoil. Yeah, go for it.
If you guys were in a relationship, right, and all of a sudden your partner had some sort of medical condition that like stopped them from being able to have sex, would you?
You're talking to the wrong person.
Would you stay with them?
Yeah,
100%.
I'm not monogamous, so.
Oh, right. Okay. So hold on. I mean, like, would you stay with them and just not have sex?
Yeah, I have relationships with people I don't have sex with.
No, I mean, I'm asking. I already.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking to me.
I figured your answer.
Yeah.
I'm saying to the other two who were quickly like, yes, of course. Your partner who you're with, and let's just say, that like you can't have sex. Like, are you comfortable with staying with him forever?
I know where Charles' answer is gonna go. Charles is queer, so.
Yeah, and I'm also poly, right? So it's like it's like I'm not in a
Oh,
relationship just for sex, right? So I mean,
got it.
the only forever comment I would comment on is like it might be a point where we decide we're not good together anymore, regardless of the medical like thing. So it's like like that wouldn't even come up. It wouldn't be like, oh no, I'm only for you with sex. I'm like that's weird. Like younger me probably would have been like, hell no, but like
Yeah,
me
that's a
now, it's
question
like,
for the
no.
monos. Like y'all
Yeah,
relationship
that would
is an
yeah.
all-inclusive package
Yeah.
deal. It's got to have all these things. If it
Right,
doesn't,
yeah.
shit's not gonna work. You know? That burger need to have everything on it. You know?
So here's the thing. I think I could.
Mhm.
I think I could. But I've also been a person who's gone like years without sex. So that's why I say I think I could.
You're like, I did it before, so
Yeah.
What's another 1,000 years? No, I'm playing.
Not 1,000.
you gonna be like
Okay.
Rose from Titanic. It's been 84 years. That shit. And she tossed the heart of the ocean into the ocean. Lord Jesus Christ, somebody help her.
You would
So
if it
I
was
probably-
you who was terminally ill, you would let your partner go, Toys? I think I would. Would you give your partner the well, not obviously not you two, but for people who are monogamous, would you give your partner the option to be able to be with other people?
What? Oh, okay. All right.
For those that are monogamous, that's why.
No. I'll let Mike answer, and then I'll say my piece with the inherent issue I have with the question.
Okay.
I think I know what
probably
your
would.
inherent reason for the question is too.
Yep.
I don't know. Probably just
Yeah, if you couldn't satisfy
probably be
them.
with the person. Like if I can't do nothing, like it is what it is. I picked the person, so yeah.
Okay, Marcus, what's your?
You ain't letting me do shit. Like
I didn't mean like allow. I'm just saying like what you say. I'm just saying like what you say. You know,
I knew that's what they were
gonna
gonna
do. Let's just keep it real. They're gonna do whatever they want to do regardless. But I mean, would you be like, I want you to feel free? Like, give your kid, not necessarily allow, because we all know people can do whatever they want to do anyway. But like, would you give your like approval to be like, not approval? That sounds stupid too. Would you be like, I'm okay with you being with other people? Like you giving your own personal, like, I'm all right with it.
You got my blessings.
Yeah.
Go sow your royal oats. Yo,
I think that's
Mike,
originally what probably happened. So
you got my blessings 100%.
Mike.
Just keep me safe.
Like you
that's the only thing I care about.
What was that? What was the one thing you care about? What was that?
Chaz.
What was that?
What did you say?
What? Scooby Snacks?
The last thing you said. I
said, the last thing I said, just keep me safe. That's all I care about.
But they can't bring nothing back. You can't do nothing.
Oh no. And I know that little mark out in their eye. What they about to do?
Nah, man, nah. It's like like every time I be hearing questions like that, I'll be like, damn, like asexual people exist, but like also like disabled people exist. Yeah, there are disabled people that exist in the world, and they do what they have to do to have sex and satisfy their partners. It's like it doesn't have to be completely off the table unless you are completely like I forget that word. Like you have there's complete paralysis. There's no control of your mind.
You know what I just realized?
Right. Like Toy says, did their mouth still work?
Yeah. There's
like,
so
like a vegetative,
like the fact
state.
that people just think of sex as such a pigeonholed concept of penetration. Like there's so much more to it.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask that question. I was about to ask that question. I was about to say, like, do you mean penis and vagina sex? Is that all we're talking about? Like, sorry. That was me being way too vulgar. I'm sorry.
Hi, hey, Ivan. Sorry, y'all. I haven't seen Ivan in forever. Hello.
yeah, that's a I feel like I ain't never even seen him on here before. That's how
I
long he's
know.
been.
Hi, Ivan.
He said his future wife. Not a sofrito have something to say.
You're right.
But nah, that's the reason why I answered the way that I did. I'm just like, listen, I'm be with him regardless. So that is what it is.
Okay.
I ain't going no further
Yeah,
past
because like
that point. So.
Like my answer doesn't change, but like, is it like when they can't have sex? Like, I don't think we define like what type of sex they can't have, right? Like, I guess if it's like 100% like no like sensual touch, like no physical touch whatsoever, then
Mhm.
yeah, sure, that's fine, all right. But like, if it was just like like vaginal play, then it's like okay, that doesn't matter, right? So it depends on like what level of
Oh no, you good, bro.
what level
I'm
of
just
sex
picking
that
with you.
person
I'm just
can't
picking.
have, like, but yeah.
What's going
But
on?
yeah,
Ivan,
like
how are you?
whatever spectrum that exists on, like I'm good with.
Yeah, people don't think of sex as a spectrum.
Okay.
Mm.
I got a question. This is just in general, not with people that you're in relationships with. What are some of your pet peeves?
We want to know one of my pet peeves. One of my pet peeves is when people don't answer the direct question you ask them. It
That's
is when they
we
say
know,
some other
Chaz.
shit, like when they
We
talk
know,
around your
Chaz.
question.
I get that.
Chaz is an
The
assassin.
audience don't know that shit though.
I know. You hear
I
him?
get
He's how
that, though.
aggressive he get. That's
I
why I
get
said
that
so. Just extra
100%.
aggressive about it.
Because that shit irks the shit out of me. And I deal with that shit at my job on a regular fucking basis. Like, I ask a clear question. Like, so what are the parameters of this thing? They'll be like, I don't know. We need to do it like this. And if we just say like, I'm like, that's not the. And then, like, because like I'm black and primarily a white space, I can't be like, that's not the fucking question I asked you. Right. Like, I got to be all tactful. So, like, no, this is the question that I said. Like, no, it annoys
No,
the
but
shit.
I get it though.
Like,
I'm probably the same way. I was gonna say, like, I think a lot of my pet peeves have to do with communication. I think like that not answering a question, like if I ask you a specific question, please answer what I asked you. But also, like, I also hate like it also has something to do with feeling ignored. I probably won't be able to say yes that. I think this comes from childhood. I know it comes from childhood. I hate feeling like you've overlooked what I just asked you or said to you. Or you're not like, I don't like feeling ignored. I feel like you can acknowledge a person. There's nothing worse to me than seeing a person saying something, or even a chat, even with children. You know how children sometimes can like ask you a question or they're talking to you and you haven't even acknowledged that they're there. Bugs the shit out of me. I don't know why, but that annoys me more than anything. Like to feel not acknowledged is probably one, and I don't mean like you have to give validation and all that stuff, but I mean like if I'm speaking to you, can you please acknowledge that you heard what I said? I have this argument with my friend with a friend of mine all the time where I'm talking and he just like doesn't respond. I'm like, did you not just hear what I was? He said, I hear you. Could you acknowledge that you hear me? Like, can you nod, blink, some shit? Like, don't act. I'm sitting here talking to you and you haven't even like acted like you hear that you understand that I'm saying something.
Right.
Drives me bonkers.
Because a lot of people hear and
I second that.
Don't comprehend because they're not actually listening.
Right. I hate that.
Yeah.
Like, don't if I'm telling you something, or if I'm telling you a story, or if I'm saying something's bothering me and you're like over here in La La Land, do you not hear that I'm talking to you right now?
Yeah.
Could you at least acknowledge that you hear me speaking to you?
And like even I think the zone outs is something that naturally occurs. It doesn't mean that somebody's attention is being deliberately diverted, like they're deliberately doing it. But you can also acknowledge that, hey, like I didn't hear that, I didn't understand that. Can you repeat the last thing you said? Or just apologize, like, sorry, I just drifted off real quick. I'm neurodivergent. That shit happens just regularly. But I also acknowledge in conversation, like, hey, I didn't catch that. What was that last thing you said? And there might be some times where I fucking hear every word you said, and I need you to repeat that again. You know,
what will drive me crazy about my friend is that he will say to me, he will actually say everything that I just said back to him. And I'm like, so you you hear me, you're listening, but you're just like, but what is going on where you can't even look at me and let me know that you like it's something about just you acknowledging the fact that you're paying attention to what I'm saying to you.
Right.
But if you have to, if you're over here like doing like God knows what, you still hear what I'm saying, but you haven't even responded nor looked at me, did a head nod or anything, that drives me crazy. Like, just can you like a little?
I had that happen with a boss once. Like I need that feedback too. Like I asked the boss, I was like, "Hey, what's up?" And then like he didn't say anything. He was like, "Oh, you can go on with your question now." And I looked at him like, "But you didn't indicate that you were ready for me to listen to my question. So why would I say something until you're ready to listen? Like, what is this?"
Yeah, I did that.
I'm not gonna.
Chaz,
I'm not gonna
I agree with you.
I'm just not gonna assume you're ready to listen. It's like, what the fuck? Like, no.
My manager did that when he walked in one day, and when he walked through the door, he just was like, "Yeah, I need you to go ahead." And I just looked at, I said, "Good morning." I just stared at him. I'm like, you're not gonna come in and just direct me to do something, and
right?
Like, yo, it's the ass crack of dawn. I'm over here still ready to fall asleep, and you just first thing you do is to start telling me what to do. Nah, Good morning, sir. How are you?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna come in there and just walk in your office and put a paper on your table and just walk away. Like, what is this for? But I would say just a pet peeve of mine is actually just annoying. Like, I don't like people that are naggy. That's a big ass annoyance of mine. It's like when you feel like I'm fucking chirping in my damn ear, and it annoys the shit out of me. Like, I could take a lot of things, but that's one of the things I can't take.
But what constitutes that? I think that sounds like something that is of your definition, whereas somebody could be talking and they don't think that what they're doing is nagging, but you perceive it that way.
Yeah, that's basically. But if I
what constitutes nagging? What is nagging to you?
When you keep telling me over and over and over and over again the same thing that I already acknowledged that I heard before. Like when you feel like you have to keep going at me about something. And I'm like, all right, I got you. All right, I got you. But you keep on doing it and keep doing it. I'm like, all right, you're kind of nagging me now. And I'm letting you know what's going on.
Do you ask them what they're looking at? Do you ask what they're looking for? Because sometimes people just want to be listened to. And other times people are looking for answers, or people are looking for help. People are in need. It sounds like you haven't communicated back and asked like, hey, like, what is this for? You keep bringing it up. Like, is there something that you specifically are looking for me to do?
That's why. So I said, once I'm acknowledging everything that's going on, then if you keep on doing it or keep trying to beat me in the head with it, like let's say we have a conversation and something, that I did annoyed you, whatever case is, we had the conversation around it. All right, cool. Like, I'll give you an example. My ex, obviously, she used to do that. Not you wouldn't know, but she used to do this shit where it's like, we have the conversation and then you'll come back and say, but did you really hear what I said? Yeah, I heard what you said. What else do you need me to know? Well, it's this, and this. Did you get what I just said? Like when you start doing that to me, it will start annoying me because I feel like I'm not being talked to as a person that's trying to understand. I'm being talked to like I'm 5 years old.
Sounds like somebody being petty.
Yeah, that's how I'm gonna start feeling after a while. So I'm gonna feel like you're nagging.
That she was fishing for a particular response, like she
wanted you to respond in a
specific way.
At some point, I'm being dead honest with it. I know a lot of people like, well, you can't. I don't give a fuck at some point because you continue. Now it feels like you're attacking something out of me. Won't you tell me what it is that works for you, and then now you'll be able to go with it from there. Don't sit back and try to make me figure out something that obviously I'm not getting. If I'm not understanding it, tell me what I need to understand. Don't keep pushing stuff at me because you're trying to force something out of me that don't exist in my mind. I don't know what to do with that. I have no clue what to do with it anymore. You need to tell me what it is for you at this point now. I can't do nothing about it no more. I'm gonna eventually just give them. Listen, it's in your hands now. You got to figure it out. And then when you want to keep bashing me and coming at me with it, you're being fucking annoying at this point. So
I feel like that's gonna clock everybody radar You know, like,
No, that's true. But
that
that's just
sounds like
my
just
point.
that's just
It's
like
a
being
very
being a
normal thing.
pestilence. Like
Yeah.
things that like a pet peeve of mine is the way people use the word ironic when they don't mean, like, when what they're describing isn't irony, it's actually just coincidence. That's a pet peeve. That's not something that most people are clocking or looking for. It's
Yeah.
just something that when it happens, it sticks up in the back of my head. Like, oh my god, that was so ironic. I'm like, no, that was coincidence.
I know. I have a friend who hates when people say literally when they're not speaking about something that was actual literal. People who use the word literally, I'm like, I literally just like, no, you did it. That's not, you did it.
All right. So
but that's not something that I like. I complain about. Like, if you were to do it, I wouldn't be like, like, no, it just sticks up in the, like, it's like a comment that I make in the back of my head. Like, you know, that wasn't irony.
Yo, Mark, quick question.
Sorry for your lost instead of loss.
So grammatical errors.
People be like, for like all intents.
Those
purposes,
phrases,
like not intent, like intense. Like, no, that's not what.
All intensive purposes instead of all intents and purposes.
Listen.
I ain't gonna lie. I listened to somebody put. Yeah, I watched somebody put. You know how somebody say exclusivity, but they put the civity on almost everything, and it's like that don't even go together. You know that, right? Like, they'll put that ending word on something else,
like Josivity or something.
Exactly, something stupid. And you be like, and then your brain is like trying to figure out, is that even a fucking word or not? And it's like, no, that's definitely not a word, bro. Like I'm not. I will be honest with y'all, but one of my biggest pet peeves, and this should be normal for some people, but there's like a lot of people playing to this shit. I hate that when I start talking to guys about like women and stuff like that, bitch come out their mouth. That shit annoys the fuck out of me. I was just sitting there like,
I get more annoyed at female than bitch. Female
is the one that's hella disrespectful.
Female, you're trying to play
that
like you have some sense of respect.
That is 100% true. That is 100% true. With female, I don't like either one. I'm actually telling people, I'll say, yo, when you use the word female, you actually you're degrading them when you use it in the way that you're using it. Like, oh man, you know, all females do this. No.
No, you don't even know what a female is. You literally don't. Like, if you're making some sort of equation between gender and sex, you have no idea what a female is. So just
that's why I told him. I'm like, bro, that's the sex of the female. Like, if it's a female, it's the sex. Like, that's what it is. That doesn't equate to that. Like, a woman is a woman. Like, why can't you call them a woman? You know, what's wrong with calling them that?
Woman's a gender.
Why can't you call someone a woman? If it's, you know, it's either bitches, man, you know, bitches with the, oh man. And then I just look up as soon as I say it, I'll be like,
it happens a lot though.
It's all the time. It's like, damn, is that it? I'm like, what did y'all, first of all, where did you learn that from? I know where they learned it from, but it's like, where did you learn it and adapted that? Like, that's the part.
Right.
I mean, but like things like, say, like heteronormativity and patriarchy and sexism, all the isms, it's so deeply ingrained that it never is taught in an overt manner. It is something that is breadcrumbed from a very early age. And it could be something as far as like only seeing a particular color of people in your media landscape or in movies and stuff like that, that you cannot imagine a character being of a different race, or if the character is of a different race, you suddenly can't connect with them. But it's so, but you know, like people of color, black people, we connect with people like regardless of what skin color, because it's the character we're connecting to. We're not connecting to damn skin color exclusively, where we look at white Ariel and say, oh, I can't imagine what that would be like. Like, how the fuck can't you? You know,
exactly. Another conversation, but I remember
everybody can have an overbearing parent that doesn't understand their dreams.
Exactly. I was talking to somebody that literally was like putting black people in this. No, you good. That was because we got to get rid of it in the show. I was talking to somebody who was literally putting white people up here and didn't even realize he was doing that. I'm like listening to him and said, dog, do you realize what you're saying right now? Yeah, black, we ain't supposed to have this. We ain't supposed to have it. I'm like, so what you supposed to have? Like, you let me know. I said, because obviously this world is, I said, you're here at SEPTA making 40 plus an hour, right? If you're here doing this and you keep talking as if you're down here, I'm like, what do you, it was crazy just listening to him talk about this stuff. I just was like, bro, you literally putting yourself down, but you're making as much money as some of the people that you're talking about, but you're still putting yourself down here.
Mm-hmm.
Don't even know how to grow. Yo, what's up, Austin?
Hi.
It's Austin, Mark.
Oh yeah, wait.
Whoa.
Wait. Before we finish, Mark, do you still have a pet
Yes.
peeve of when people look at you for reassurance?
Oh shit. I haven't. I'm gonna say no. I haven't thought about that in such a long time. But I also don't interact with a lot of people. Yeah. Damn, that used to be a thing. Damn,
Okay,
I haven't thought about that.
I
in
remember
years.
that from when we were younger because I remember
that look over. No, I'm gonna look right back at her. What the fuck, like?
All right, y'all. We about to end this. Chaz is cracking up. Listen, I thank y'all for coming through and just dropping some knowledge and hanging out with us, of course. So shouts out to the Gengar outfit once again. Chaz Baz. He joined all hooked up, man, because he got it hooked up to his OBS. He don't think, or Streamlabs. That's exactly why his joined all nice and decent like that. So it's like, so. But basic, you got any last words you want to say before we jump off here?
No.
Damn. All right. So y'all know to follow us on all the platforms, all the good stuff. You know, bam. I'm all that on everything. I don't have Chaz Bad stuff up here. I might have beef for Barky shit. It's always good. He's just
It don't
stays up
matter.
there.
I'm not promoting myself.
I know you're not.
We're promoting you. It doesn't
Exactly.
matter.
Right.
Don't follow me.
You heard what the Rock
My
said.
content is dumb.
You heard what the Rock said. All right, y'all. We off of here. We will see y'all next week with the good
See you
shits.
next week.
All right. I ain't got the videos, yo. Damn.
right. I can't
You
even get a
never-
scissor.